What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's got him in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That can be a momentum builder to convert your first third down and also get your quarterback in a rhythm throwing the slant.
That's so nice. You always want to do that. You want to start the game in a good rhythm, get your quarterback comfortable. Slants are easy, timing routes, get a first down. Now maybe open it up even more.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They give it to him again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Underwood from the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
On that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that. Grab
behind the line. It's Buchanan. Oh, he's got some space. Gets It's out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
You've got to be excited if you're a fan of this team. What you've seen on this opening drive, they look locked in, all 11 guys on the same page. This has been a beautiful opening drive. Really nice tempo, phenomenal execution, whether it's been running or throwing like you saw right there. And here they are now, down in closer to...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Michigan.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on fourth down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Terrapins offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense, and they said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots, so obviously we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's one or two guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Washington. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Bunch formation for these receivers. Running inside, it's Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Looking deep. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking for room. It's Marshall. And there was where to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Underwood. Picked off. What a play by this defense.
Well, everything was going so well for early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. On the run, it's Marshall. That is a big... this defense is they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The run inside. It's Marshall. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Fires quickly. Smashes through the tackle. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Underwood. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. There he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Line getting set on 2nd down. Reads it, fires complete. Nice move there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, you gotta love the response of the quarterback. Like last possession, you make a mistake, easy to get down on yourself sometimes, but now just come out and you're absolutely surgical. 4 for 4, spreading the ball out, seeing the defense really well. Nice bounce back for this QB.
Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. Hits the accelerator to the right.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive, first and goal. They'll run it. It's Marshall. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great bat. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he makes the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Caught by Williams on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got a man, it's Howard. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Safe completion on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit.
Number 34 in punt formation to kick it away.
Wants to return it. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Here's Underwood to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
Kill.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
180, range car. Kill. 949, rock star. 949, rock star.
Got a man. It's Buchanan. Maybe a crease. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
First and goal, Michigan.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room.
Blue 22.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wolverines! He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down, and the clock continues to run. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Coach Loxley told me coming out of the locker room. He has really challenged his team coming out of the locker room. At 2-2 in the conference play, they are really with their backs against the wall. The team they're playing today is a much better team, but they feel like they can get back in this game here at home. He said, we have to make a stand. Our season may be on the line right now. It is make it or break it. He wants that level of urgency here to start the third. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
And the Terrapins are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Could be an alley. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
They Finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. After the flag, it's 1st and 5 for the offense. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all...
Makes the catch! They will score! Touchdown, Terrapins!
This guy... dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Michigan, 35. Maryland, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Running inside, it's Marshall. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field.
Ready.
On the move. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop. Short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it in. It's Buchanan.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Underwood bringing the heat. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass. And now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Fleming. There he goes. The 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out. Then he has the 1st down. The Terrapins right after the huge play through the air back to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yard.
Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Might be changing the route. On the ground, it's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it from the gun, and he'll be brought down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. The give on the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Tackle is made at the 46-yard line. 1st down for the offense.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Marsh. Breaks into the open. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Hauls it in. Really short gain on that one, defense all over it. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Marshall. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple.
Carrier
31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah.
Short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Fleming. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. To throw, it's Washington. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
Back to pass on second down. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Looking for a crease. It's Marshall. Shakes off the defender. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it.
There he goes. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. The 10, and he scores! Touchdown, Terrapins! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
The run inside. It's Marshall.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The offense changing the play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the single back. Finding some room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day, dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
22.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.